Okay. All right.
Oh God. Oh my.
Oh boy. Yo.
Oh shit. Wait, hold on.
No, it's up. We're here.
You know something? I just realized I didn't look up the thread to find out what had been said. I thought it was just the one thing, but it was a really long read.
No, yeah.
Now that I have like scrolled up a little bit, that just made it so much worse.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah, I
Y'all
scrolled
can go ahead
through
and go ahead and intro this Thursday while I go get some ice cream. I need to recover my strength from
Yeah,
that.
get some ice cream.
Oh my God. Yo.
Let me. No, not like this. Not like this.
Oh
like
my
these.
goodness.
Not like these.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's Thursday, October 22nd, 2020. And it's time once again.
Nah, we're good. We're just going to go ahead and wrap this up today, okay? We're just going to go ahead and wrap this up.
This is it. Grand opening, grand closure.
Great closing. Let's go get some ice cream. Let's go back. Woo. All right.
For those who do not know, this is Tech Talk Thursdays with What Do You Host Major Linux, joined this week by KKS Gaming.
We might actually talk about tech this today.
We might. And while we wait for our other co-hosts in, for those who aren't aware,
right?
And I'm going to put this out here. This show, while it is definitely my brainchild, and I am glad it is here on this channel.
Me too.
It was born. It debuted, excuse me, on the Cookouts Twitch channel. Mm-hmm. And currently, it actually went away from the Cookout because of some things that were going on in that community.
Yeah, things happen.
Was reborn here. And again, shout out to Anka. Anka equals the GOAT.
Anka's the GOAT.
Anka's the GOAT. So, but yet today, or over the past couple of days, we've seen some things happening with the Cookout community. And boy, it's messy.
It's very messy.
It's very messy. It makes me glad that when I stepped down from any admin role I was doing, like I just tuned all that shit out.
Right.
I had to be pointed. Hey, have you seen that mess? Huh? What does a mess? Oh, okay. I'm just
right. I was in the midst of cooking, and mess was basically breaking off. It hadn't developed. It was more like we're on the ground, we have cameras, we're waiting for further development. But by the time I was like in the midst of my eating, it was like, it's a thing.
This is a mess.
It is fully kicked.
Anywho, we again just to
know
make sure
something?
this is we're
I'm just ready to get to the point that we have done the voting for done the voting and stuff, and I can just go back to ignoring streamer politics and posting cute pictures of cute rescue animals.
Oh, but we can. I mean, I'm not going to say that I am my channel is completely absolved of any of that, but I am just too small.
I'm saying,
I'm like too small of a streamer nation for anybody to care that I fucking exist.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can sit here.
That's another one of those direct quote moments, because today has been a day of like actors everywhere just going, you know what I'm going to do? Be a hot mess today. Shout out to Mark Hamill apparently today on that list of people.
Oh no, not
him. Not him.
Not bruh. No.
Man, I should definitely just ignore the internet from here.
Hold on, let me just go ahead and slide. I'm gonna go ahead and slide that into the receipt drawer for both of you to examine later.
Oh boy. Well, yes, it is Tech Talk Thursday. We've got some tech. We've got some gaming. We've got some updates. It's quite a bit. Is it kind of the news?
Can I just open with the first update, which is, hey y'all, whenever you get to the fork in the highway that tells you to go in any other direction or go to Google Stadia, please turn in any other direction. Literally flip your car over the median and just turn around and make a U-turn if you have to. Yeah. Don't go over there.
Yeah, go.
I guess literally the Shadowlands from the Lion King. Don't do it.
I would say, pick up your Android device like mine and, play some play like literally anything else. But yeah, I don't have mine.
Oh, Not yet.
See, I wanted to open with that. That was actually my opening for the show today. So, all of my devices that were supposed to be, well, actually no, the iPhones are supposed to be here tomorrow. But yeah, my Android, my Google Pixel 4a was supposed to be here yesterday. Won't be here tomorrow. I'm kind of upset about that.
Yeah. So yeah, we literally do buy things to test them for y'all and talk to y'all about them on this show. But also, Major, remember, there's a silver lining here. Because now you get to spend $216 whole less.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Okay. I did include it. That is a story. We'll get to that.
Oh yeah.
Actually, that's in the deal section, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay, that's good.
I did put it as a deal. But if we run out of time, I will bump it up. But yeah. There was a blessing in disguise with that one. So, yeah, we'll get to that. But I do want to get into what apparently was the big breaking story today. As you know, as a regular of the show, you will know that we have like a list of commandments, rules to live by when you are online, when you're doing your online business. One of the biggest ones is two-factor authentication.
All the things.
Another one is, maybe use a password manager so you can have more complex passwords.
That's commandment number 2.
But your commander-in-chief does none of it.
Listen.
Oh, you're not about to talk about that.
Yes, he is.
None of it.
First.
Trump's Twitter has been hacked by a Dutch researcher who has claimed that he has guessed the president's password, which coincidentally was MAGA 2020. Also, he noticed that when he did that, there was no two-factor authentication. So dude was all up in, his tweets, his mentions, his DMs, could see everything, could just talk to anybody. But he did this smart thing. He did the responsible thing, and he reported it to Twitter, and Twitter was like, we ain't see nothing like that. We ain't see no fraudulent activity. I mean, how would you see fraudulent activity, though, if somebody accurately logged into an account? But, I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah.
And apparently this isn't the first time he did it.
Yep.
This is the second time.
Oh.
The first time he did it, Trump's Twitter password was, "You're fired."
Wow. Probably all lowercase, right?
All lowercase.
All lowercase.
This happened twice.
No numbers.
Two-factor authentication was a thing in 2016.
It was. Not no brute force, no like alphanumeric code generator. Just being like
no capital letters,
right there.
No special characters, no combination of things that required more than one button other than caps lock.
I will make it big right there. You're fired.
Literally one guy just sitting in front of a console and being like, which one? Oh,
now
access granted.
My question is, who is just sitting up here in whatever country they were in? Because it wasn't America going, it'd be a good idea. I just want to know.
Oh, the Netherlands.
I just want to know if I can hack up in here. I just want to know.
I'm just like, what? I want to check.
I mean, you want to know what the insult? I feel that there's insult to injury here. Because the insult to injury here is that he did it twice, and in both cases, he let authorities know and just went, oops, my bad. Like, could you imagine being clowned on twice and not in one of them being like, y'all have like literal intelligence people over here.
I will give him. Give him props.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, you have FBI, CIA, SATCOM, Homeland, DNI. No one, no one thought, like, Cyber Command. No one thought, We might need to change the password of the president's Twitter account. First of all, this would never happen. Never.
I mean, if we talk about it never happened to Biden, he's not running that Twitter account. Let's just be honest.
No, I'm talking about the president of the United States would not have access to his own Twitter account on his own phone. Never.
Oh, good point. Well, see, all right, let's roll this back. Trump is the first one who actually had a Twitter account before he got into office. Barack Obama, I don't think did.
No.
They created POTUS for Barack Obama, and then I think Barack Obama got his own account after the fact.
Yeah, he got his own, but he doesn't. But it's not like he doesn't post on it. He himself doesn't post on it.
Yeah,
he probably of course. Because who would? And two, you wouldn't have no person would have direct access to their own account to be the president, to be the leader of the free world, and have direct. Well,
Trump doesn't have access. Well, that's the thing. Trump does not have access to POTUS.
No, he doesn't have access to POTUS.
He doesn't have access to POTUS. He has access to his personal one,
right?
Which I think they tried to take it away from him, and he said no.
Yeah, so it's like, imagine you having basically an unsecured access point to you as the creator of the free world.
This man called coronavirus. What are you talking about?
Like,
why are you surprised?
Like, I'm not surprised, but it's like literally like imagine someone who is literally has the launch codes, does not have a secure, has direct access and control on his own unguarded Twitter account.
He's retweeting QAnon. Like, what?
Yeah, dude. Like, literally, like, what them DMs looking like? You know what I'm saying? Like,
see, y'all, we're putting a little bit, I feel like I need to step y'all from the ledge just a little bit, right?
Right.
It's a Twitter account, and yeah, he got hacked, but let's talk about the person who's on that account, okay? That Twitter account that got hacked is the same one that tweeted something from the Babylon Bee as an actual credible source.
That's my point. It's like, why are we surprised here? I'm not.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
Actually, for the first time in a long time, I was going to give this man props. Because his password that got hacked this time actually did have a special character in it.
Yeah, the 2020.
No, the exclamation point.
Oh.
Big brain. I mean, it's not very big for him, but or it may be very big for him, not for us.
I can't even clap for him because down the line.
Yes, Jazz, that's what we were saying. Yep, he got hacked. He got hacked twice by the same dude.
By the same dude.
The same dude.
Who guessed both passwords?
And and also hello. Hello. At the same time, like, I'm wondering how many other people actually had access.
Well, here's the thing. That's not even really hard to do because we already know that most things do common acronyms from pop culture, years, months, dates, all of that stuff. It just runs it through like a little checker. Like, you just like start a program and then walk away from your computer and come back and it'll tell you.
Right.
But the thing is, like, I don't think this guy had to do that.
This is like, what is the most incendiary nonsense I could say right now? Yeah, this would work, and it just works.
Yeah.
Also,
basically.
As an aside, it was something I noticed today or this past weekend. I was noticing a lot of Trump 2020 signs that were going up near my house, and I could have sworn his slogan was "Keep America Great," which no, because it's not. You made it worse. But that beside the point. The slogan I'm seeing now, and again, according to his password, it's "Make America Great Again." Why are we doing a repeat of MAGA if you made it great initially? Are we asking for a mulligan?
Basically,
a redo.
Basically, it's the thing that hooked the people.
Well, no, I get what a slogan is. What I'm saying is his choice of words. Why are we doing MAGA 2020 when he should have did it in 2016?
Because
I didn't have enough time, and I needed to take some self-care with all those vacations I took, and my well-done steaks with ketchup on them.
Let me make it great again. I'm so sorry. Look, we need a mulligan. We need to do it again.
I literally, it's one of those things where it's like, imagine you had like an awesome slogan that got you where you needed to be. Like, this is what got me the White House, right? So it's just like, okay, the new slogan is like keep America great again, which again never was great to begin with, which I totally agree with. But it's like, but you still can't get past the good slogan, the slogan that like, yo, this got me elected. This got me elected, and I'ma still keep making the hats, and I'ma make the shirts, because that's the thing that's the money, that's the sauce, that's the branding. The MAGA is the brand.
If you have to keep making it great again, it's like, well, I don't like this one. I'm gonna crumple it up and throw it away. I'm gonna make it again.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make it great again. Yeah,
make it again.
Yeah,
again.
Oh my God! So again, I would like to remind everybody out here in these streets, please, please, enable two-factor authentication on all of your accounts if that is available. Once you do that, just get a really secure password. Get a password manager. LastPass, Dashlane, OnePass, KeyPass. Like the shit built into iCloud or fucking Android. Like,
yeah,
they make secure passwords and they keep them for you so you don't have to remember that shit.
You can easily get those.
I tell people, and this is a very grim thing, if a gun was held to my head and I was asked for my password, I would probably die.
Same.
I would probably die. I could not tell anybody what my password is. I don't know. Look, I'm trying to drill into everybody. Like my wife, I try to drill this into my wife's head. Eventually, she's gonna get it. But anyhow, just want to start off with that. Hey, some big spyware going out there. Actually, I don't even know why. I mean, sure, I would love to include it. Hey, some random access Trojans out there. There's a big one called GravityRAT. Just want to put it out there. Make sure you are careful where you are downloading your files from. Don't just go clicking random shit that's getting sent to you. I actually need to disable an email address, an email alias that I have, because they keep sending me fucking Excel documents.
Oh,
that are clearly fucking viruses. KeyPass, that was what I was thinking about. Yeah, let's not
Why does GravityRAT sound like a hacker collective that's going up against DedSec and the Watchdog games? We're GravityRAT.
Another big thing that they're saying with this one is that they're actually using applications. So not only just documents, but actual Mac applications, and that they're able to sign them and make them look authentic because they're stealing developer signatures. So again, make sure that you are downloading your apps from authorized sources, from the Mac App Store. Stop downloading random shit from emails. Again, in 2020, there are people who are still doing it, because if they weren't, companies all over the world would not be testing people for that shit. Moving on to more Apple news. Sin brought this to our attention, and just want to say I feel sorry for those who are on terrestrial television and may not have access to Apple TV Plus. But all the Charlie Brown movies as of right now, are exclusive to Apple TV Plus. There will not be a Halloween special. There will be no more Thanksgiving special, no more Christmas special, no more New Year special being aired on ABC for the foreseeable future. But Kev, I have a bone to pick with you. As someone who has access to the internet,
Listen,
why can't you watch it on Apple TV Plus when it's free?
listen. I'm gonna tell you something. When I was a wee lad, we watched these on television every year. They were the greatest. They were the wonderful things. Some things, traditions mean something because traditions are important.
So again, help me understand.
Maybe I'm blessed to have access to good quality internet, but I live in Podunk County in Georgia, and sometimes people may not have good internet and $5 a month to watch something that people watch one time every year.
But it's free.
Where? How?
It is.
Did I not also bring up the fact that people do not have good internet?
Okay,
and
that's
that people
one.
have good television.
That's just one. Again, so are you saying?
Oh, people don't have good access to and $5 a month, or possible, or hardware that actually has Apple TV on it. Maybe we're not people who love Apple and do not have access to Apple TV and access to Fire Stick and Apple PlayStation. Maybe we just want to watch it on TV like everybody else has this time effing memorial.
Come on,
you can't come to me and say, why won't you watch it on Apple TV? Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. But guess what? People are still mad about it. And to say like, come on now, bro.
So hold on for a moment. We said, y'all out here, and we said, hey, we want to watch this on Apple TV. Here's my first question. What is Apple TV?
Thank you. What is that? I know what it is. Sin knows what it is. I know you know what it is.
I'm actually asking. What is Apple TV?
What is Apple TV? Apple TV. Well, it's really Apple TV. Apple TV is like the device. Is like there's a device called Apple TV that Apple makes. It's kind of like a streaming device. And then they have a service called Apple TV Plus, which is kind of like their own.
Oh, so I have to buy like a new thing to watch the program. Like, is this not something I can install?
You can watch it on Roku, and you can watch it on Fire TV because Fire TV has an app for it, and Roku has an app for it.
And various smart TVs have it.
And various smart TVs have it. But what if people don't have smart TVs?
Hold on for a moment. Okay, so let me get this straight. If I don't have a Fire TV, a Roku, or a smart TV that has these capabilities, like, that's just it. Because I can go ahead and tell you, I don't have that right now. Like, if this wasn't something I could install on my PC as an extension of iTunes, I'm not going to be able to see it. My TV downstairs isn't a smart TV. I'm not going to be able to watch that. Like, I'm going to have to buy a new TV.
Right.
So
that free is not free.
No, you know what this feels like? This feels like that one time that we said, hey, y'all, don't worry about it. You get a 250 gigabyte hard drive. You know what we got right here? Call of Duty, though. And we just found out it might be like a little bit more than you get on the whole device. So you might have to buy extra storage to play it.
Like,
we were sorry out here. I'm like, you know, the concern for me isn't even that it's Apple TV. I have feelings about that, but we're going to put that aside.
Right.
It is a concern for me that when we already know that companies like Epic, Apple, Microsoft, and others are bickering about this and that and the other in terms of the market, that someone went and legit just went, we're going to buy a whole holiday program and say no one else can ever broadcast it again.
And also,
y'all know how we are in the tech industry about precedence, so I don't like this.
Right.
I mean, but now, doesn't that happen with whole sports, though? And nobody's batting an eye about that.
See, that's regional stuff, dude. That's like you can't watch the Chiefs if you don't live in the area where you watch the Chiefs. So if you want to
Are
watch Chiefs game, sure you can pay for that service. But if you don't want to watch the Chiefs game, whatever.
Well,
Nobody
here's the
worrying
thing
about
about
sports.
the only reason why I haven't come for sports or haven't made a comment on it is because I don't watch them. Like I don't like it's a thing, right? I don't watch them. If I did, I would probably have had the exact same concerns, but I don't know enough about that except for when my roommates are excited about it to know whether or not like what has happened there and all of that. Like I would have had the same concerns because I always do when it's kind of like, hey, 2 or 3 people own a thing that millions of people want to watch.
Right. Okay. So let's say put it also in the context. Disney owns ABC. It owns Freeform. It owns National Geographic. It owns like ESPN. Right. Okay. Disney owns a lot of channels.
Wait, Disney owns what?
ESPN.
You didn't know
Okay.
that? They've
right. So
they,
Disney,
that's been a long time ago.
That's a long purchase.
Long.
So
you want to
okay.
know? Okay, so you know who watches ESPN? Not me. Because I watch sports.
What about ABC?
All right.
Oh, you didn't know that?
Yeah. That's been a long time.
Disney is ABC's parent company.
That's been a long time.
Part of the Go network from a long time ago.
Yeah. Now they also own Freeform, which used to be ABC Family, and that was the whole thing. Now, Disney owns one of the most awesome Halloween movies out there, Hocus Pocus. Okay? Now, you can watch Hocus Pocus on various like if you have it on digital, you watch it on digital. You can also watch it on Disney Plus. But guess what? They own it. They own the streaming rights to it. You can watch Hocus Pocus all day on Disney Plus. But guess what you can also do? You can also watch Hocus Pocus on Freeform, no problem. So you can watch that whenever they decide it wants to come on. They can own it. They can watch it. It's not like they said, "Hey guys, you can't watch the one time we play the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, but you can." Then I'll say, "Oh Lord, what am I gonna do?" But I can still watch Hocus Pocus on Freeform, and thing. Just because you own the streaming rights to it doesn't mean it gives you the right to be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna snatch that off of the schedule."
So the thing I felt like you failed to realize here, and again, I realize I have become the villain in all of this as the resident, Apple gated community expert here, or fanboy, if you will.
Yep.
Again, have Pixel 4a coming, so boo to you. The thing I feel like,
phone.
Sir,
how many iPhones you got coming in?
One. My wife has the other one.
Well, so 2 iPhones and you got one Pixel.
One.
But how? I don't even think.
Anywho, Major Linux. I'm just gonna put it out there. All right. The thing that Disney has that Apple doesn't is ways to actually still put content out on other through other avenues. They still have Freeform, which is a television station. They still have ABC, which is a television network. They still have ESPN, which is a television network. Apple TV doesn't have that. It is exclusively online. Mm-hmm. Again, these are the same arguments. These are the same arguments that people should be asking about Microsoft buying Bethesda.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we're gonna ask those questions.
Well, like when Microsoft bought all those multi-plat studios and just made them, nah, fuck you. You can get the games that were already coming out, but after that, nah, this is it. Right.
And we're gonna of course we're gonna ask those questions and we're gonna talk about that. But we're gonna call that out too. But guess what? They're gonna want to call out this right here because you got the streaming rights, not the I'ma snatch all your traditions out from under you thing. I'm gonna be like a gotcha, and I'm like gonna snatch it out from under you like that. Come on, man. I agree to disagree.
I feel like it might change. I feel like Disney will come out. They'll work out something with Apple. And they'll probably be able to put it back on ABC. I feel like there's going to be enough of a backlash on this Because I mean, it's one thing if this was all tech related and nobody would give a shit.
Right.
But like you're like again, I recognize your point. It took me a minute too because I'm like, okay, I do stream just like saying like that's not in my wheelhouse. I don't care. Like I do streaming. It wouldn't have been nothing to me. Like yes, I pay for Apple TV, but I know people who don't, but they have access to the Apple TV app. They can easily watch the movies for free. Mm-hmm. It's then when I realized like, oh yeah, we keep forgetting, like, especially me. I know I'm very notorious for this. I keep forgetting about people who live in rural areas who don't have access to that stuff, who don't want to use that, who are still using satellite or cable TV to watch their content. To where, they be ass out.
Yeah.
To where, like, I'm hoping.
I'm sorry. Talk about one other thing too. Like, I want you to finish that thought, but there's something a little bit deeper beyond this that I feel like we need to talk about, and of course. I think we're the three to talk about it. So finish that thought real quick.
But yeah, like it's that where I forgot that people can't be people like either people don't know like Sin was mentioned like not knowing what Apple TV is.
Right.
And also like even if they did know, like I mean there are God knows how many smart TVs the app is probably already there, but they're just not interested because they don't have good enough internet to really care to use it or just want to use it. Mm-hmm. And yeah, like those people will be ass out.
Yes.
And like that, I get that. I think mainly I was coming for you, Kev, because like you have that access. I get everybody else. It just seems like, I see your point. Right. You're trying to be the people. You trying to be the people's champ of all this.
I am a man of the peoples.
I get you. I get you. Like, I get you as someone who's about to fall over on socialism. I get you.
Yeah, because it's like you have to.
I do like capital. I like capitalism enough where I haven't completely fallen over, but I get you.
Yeah, I get that too.
I see you. I see you.
Yeah, but I like, what I'm like, when you always have these traditions of like having where people could remember, like, man, I remember sitting in front of the television watching these great specials, like being I like, and I look back into it, like these specials have been airing on TV since like 1965 when they aired on like CBS, and then they ended up in 2000 they transferred over to ABC. Because ABC had bought the broadcast rights for it, so they just moved it over to ABC, and ABC has been premiering them every year without fail. And the one year, what we need that little piece of joy. We need that little like the reminder of all that is that could be normal in the world. Because we're not going to have a Macy's Day Thanksgiving Day parade, and we're probably not going to have a Disney Christmas Day parade, and we're not going to have all these great things that we love and hold dear. The one thing that sets our mental compass right is like snatched away and locked behind a service that who knows or who may or may not have access to. Yeah, I am one of the people who could be like, I'm good. I could probably handle that, or I could probably take care of that. Whatever, no problem. But there may be some that may not. Like I know some folks that are like their whole like television streaming experience is like Crackle and Tubi. Like they can't get Netflix. They can't get Netflix. They can just get the TV and just be like watching Crackle and Tubi. And I've watched I've been over their house and watched Crackle. Crackle is not good.
It's not. And
it's been not good.
Years since I've seen it.
And to be like, like, hey.
Okay, so I heard Crackle, but I haven't heard Snap and Pop. So what is happening?
So Crackle is a live streaming service that used to be owned by Sony. I don't know who owns it now. I want to say Sony probably still does own it.
Yeah, Sony probably still owns it, but they probably don't.
But yeah, it was like ad supported Netflix.
Right.
Like they had some movies, some shields on there. I think we were mainly watching it for Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. That's where that show premiered.
Right.
And I hated the commercials. I hated the commercials on that. I was so glad when it went to Netflix.
The commercials are annoying because they just literally just come out of nowhere. It's like ninja
like it's not. They don't cut them right.
No, it's just like mostly you be sitting there.
Oh,
It'd
it's
be
not.
like, it'd be like Jerry Seinfeld and Dave Chappelle, and then all of a sudden you be sitting on. Next thing you know, they bought Dave Chappelle's in the middle of a amusing antidote. And next thing you know, you get a commercial for like I don't know, coffee or whatever, and you just be like cuts off, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's really weird. Yeah, okay. So Jazz saying Sony still owns it, which means there is no excuse why it is such trash. Yeah. I mean,
but here we are.
It's Sony though.
They could easily kick somebody $33 and make it ad free. $3 a month and ad free, and people would be like, "I'll fuck with it. $3, whatever." For those who can.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Don't tell me that. I mean, I said they paid Hulu more just to get rid of its ads. I still don't understand why you were paying for Hulu and got ads, but here we are.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the same way that people are on Twitch Prime and still get ads, but we're not going to get into that.
That's a big conversation. That's a big conversation.
So, Apple. So for Apple, who probably made everybody certain people's holidays that much better because they're getting new iPhones or iPads or whatever for Christmas,
right?
At least they'll have a place to watch all those holiday Charlie Brown movies because nobody else will be able to watch them.
So my concern about this isn't even really like the Charlie Brown movie. There are a lot of people who have like holidays around that movie and A Christmas Story and some other things, right? Traditions are what they are. They change for one reason or another. My bigger issue is what this points to. So we're in 2020 now. The internet has effectively been a thing for as long as most of us have been alive here. So let's just like narrow that down to like the last 20 years. Let's just go from here back to 2000. The internet has obviously been there a little bit longer than that and became like a more commonplace thing before then. Let's talk about that. The understanding we have when we talk about things like Apple TV buying all of the rights forever, or at least for a really long time, to this Charlie Brown special. When we talk about Disney acquiring Star Wars, when we talk about Bethesda and the parent company that owns Bethesda being acquired and all this other stuff, the concerns that we have are grounded in the fact that there's most of the things that tech does that we don't see as a big deal at the time are because tech for a long time wasn't understood except for like a few esoteric people who knew how code worked and how developer worked and probably like spoke assembly out loud as a language for real at one point.
Go to 10.
And with that being said, there's a lot about the way technology works and affects the world, the way that laws affect the world, what they can buy, what they can't, what they can patent, what they can't, what owning a license means, or what owning intellectual property means, because so much of software isn't tangible. Like, it's not a thing you can see, it's not a thing you can touch, right? So it's not like me owning this fan. It's a physical object that I have. I know when I have it because it's right here. You know, technology doesn't work that way. There's a lot of gray area that it has. And there are a lot of people, a lot of rich people, who benefit a whole lot from us not understanding either what technology is or how it works or what implications there are about how something works. So it allows companies to do things like continue to grow and expand until they're these unstoppable monsters who can buy whole network programs.
Right.
And that is the kind of the larger concern whenever we bring these things up and go, you know, like this company just bought this thing. Oh my God, this is like a really big thing. It's a technology companies that used to be like, we only play in a certain space and sell hardware. We make silicon chips, or we make computer mice or keyboards or peripheral devices, are now large enough to go from we just make phones and computers to being like, we bought the Charlie Brown special. and no one knows how it happened.
Right.
And no one knows how it happened. And
Right.
now you just have, and like the thing is, that's not going to become less. Even if we know about it now, they're too big to argue with. And this is why you run into these things where you see like a legal lawsuit of to go up against a company like Apple. A company has tried to like tag like 4 or 5 other companies to get into a class action lawsuit to deal with a behemoth that's that big.
Right.
And it kind of relies on us just always constantly being just outside of understanding how big or important these things are and how powerful these people can really be.
Right.
So this program being bought by like Apple TV, like with a snap of a finger, someone just said you literally have to go out and spend $600 to watch a program that you used to be able to watch for free, but you have no idea why we can do that.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Well, see, the thing is too, like, it's not new. That's not new. It may be new for tech, but that's not new. Like, keep in mind that NBC is owned by Comcast, which I think is owned by GE.
Yeah.
So the people who made the electronics for you to watch the TV then owned the TV.
Yeah. That's like.
And I mean, it used to be like phone. It used to be phone companies.
Yeah, so like this isn't new. It's just like, hey, whatever the flavor of the month just gets to call the shots.
Yeah.
Some of it is not even necessarily, well, in some ways this is kind of new. Because, you know, at one point, right, if you're dealing with like Comcast, for example, or if you're dealing with telecom, if you're dealing with things where you had people who had to do a tangible thing. For example, let's take what they used to call Mother Bell. That was like our whole phone system for the whole company. Like it got to a point that the government had to step in for a whole bunch of reasons and go, okay, we're going to need you to break that up. We're going to need you to break that up because now you own all the communication we can possibly do.
Right.
And we made a whole bunch of laws to kind of prevent that. But those laws haven't been able to keep up with what technology can do.
Right.
Because it's not like with GE, it's like you have a company that makes that many electronics. You now have 5 companies that basically make all the electronics. You have to share this with somebody. How do you tell Apple to break itself in half? This is like, is it make less computers? Is it make less phones?
See, that's the thing. That's the thing. Like they're constantly being called in for antitrust hearings all the time. Google just now got sued by the DOJ for antitrust issues. Like most recently, Microsoft got. I mean, well, no, actually, that was definitely not recent. That was the 90s.
Yes.
But still, like this does happen all the time. It's very slow, but it does happen.
Part of it is very slow, and this is the part that I was talking about earlier when people, like, it kind of relies on us not being fully cognizant of what these things are and not being able to touch them or have something tangible to them. Because imagine, like, you having a case where you're just like, I'm trying to tangibly prove that these things are the case and your company needs to be smaller. Or you need to be half of your size.
I mean, it's like looking at AT&T and how they own Warner Media, which means they own HBO, which means they own HBO Max, which means I get HBO Max for free with my internet subscription.
Yep.
Also, if I had data caps, guess who's watching HBO Max for free and not having to pay for that data? So that's where net neutrality comes in. Like it's not new, and I see in the chat, like, yeah, it's not. It's new for a lot of people, but it takes people like us to try to break it down and explain it. And that's why I appreciate, again, Sin, this is why I appreciate, not only for the fan, not only for the jokes, not only for those dope ass side eyes, but for to get us to stop and actually break this shit down. Because you're right. Like, I would have blown past this and not talked about, you know, how monopolistic a lot of tech companies have become now. They're like the new oil companies. They're like, they are literally, well, because they use telephones or that's how they were built, they are the new telephone companies. It's
Yeah.
again why we're trying to get broadband classified as a public utility as opposed to just some frivolous thing that can't be regulated, so we can actually get better networking in rural areas. That way maybe we won't have to worry about, you know, people out in Podunk, Mississippi missing out on Charlie Brown because they can't even stream anything.
Yeah.
But I mean, and that's kind of you basically said a really big thing there. And someone asked this in chat, so Jazzy, for the question that you asked, is it that the laws can't keep up or that the politics has softened the laws? It's both of those things. Because here's the other thing: have the laws kept up with tech? Remember, again, we're just going to come back to this point, and it's important that I make this point: is the things around technology that we see as these major problems, again, rely on a certain level and a pretty big level of ignorance about it, right? Just straight up ignorance. So, have the laws been able to keep up with technology? Look at the people who are making these laws. Do they understand how their phones work?
They don't.
No.
Look at the discussions and the laws and how that went back and forth about net neutrality and that whole thing with PIPA and SOPA and all this other stuff that we've had to battle through, and how we almost lost that ability for people to be able to choose where they want their internet to come from and what they can be connected to and all of that, because a bunch of people who have the ability to determine what federal national laws are do not understand how technology works.
They don't.
And they regularly do not listen to people who understand how technology works.
But
and
they
it is
do listen.
It's tech in tech's interest not to explain. And so what tech does in a lot of cases, because they're somewhat unscrupulous, and I say somewhat as a severe understatement, is they'll go, you know, I'm going to give you this explanation, but I'm also, with that explanation, going to give you some money so you don't get in my way when I try to do a thing that I want to do.
Exactly.
What are the implications?
Right.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
And that's where the softening comes from.
That's why it's both.
It's like you have lobbyists who are paying the politicians to let them do what they want and then kind of keep them blissfully ignorant as to what's going on. So sure, like while we may have defeated SOPA, PIPA, TIPA, TAPA, BUPA, and whatever else other fucking acronyms they came up with that day, you still have organizations like the RIAA, the MPAA, you still have the DMCA, and I'll go back and break this up. The Motion Picture Association of America, the Recording Industry Association of America, the DMCA, the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. Those companies and that act are actively keeping people from being able to do with the media that, you know, that we enjoy, be able to do what we want to with it. Like that shit is not open because they're afraid that the internet is going to destroy all of it because they don't like people to share, and it's fucking nuts.
It is. Yes. It's not even about like supporting the creator or supporting the medium anymore, the platform anymore. It's mostly just like how do we keep other people from taking this thing and making it theirs, and also how do we basically stifle creativity in a way that we can control.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, it really chaps me because it's like there've been so many times I've just literally want to go and just like, yo, let me just talk about all these great like music videos that I've seen and you know, and roll stuff from the 70s and be able to like open up Vimeo and just say like, let me just talk about all these crazy songs. And I can't do it because of Damaka, and I don't want to get Damaka, so I'm just like, no. So I just have to like talk about it and maybe hum a few bars, and that's about it.
And like music laws and how that stuff works in relation to streaming and how unprepared we have for it. Like, understand something. To talk to you, like, if there couldn't be a more perfect example of what we're talking about here than these DMCA laws. You have a whole platform, which is currently under Amazon, by the way, for everyone's notes, right? You have a whole company here who allows people to get on and stream games and music, right? how prepared do you think they would be if everyone actually came to pursue them for copyright damages because of streamers like using music on their platform? Like every single one. There's literally no preparation for this because I am pretty sure they have no way to be prepared for it. None. And it's something that is one of those, people can just do things. And then people went, well, the way that the laws work, we can actually just sue your company into the ground for allowing your people on your platform who have an agreement with you to be able to stream whatever, to do this with whatever music. And that music doesn't belong to them, or they didn't have a license for that. But we're suing you because we can't directly sue them for what you allowed them to do on their platform and all this other stuff.
And
like,
you have the deeper pockets. Like
it would literally shut down Twitch tomorrow.
Right. Like, who you gonna come for? Like, Streamer X Gaming 247 or Daddy Bezos? Whose pocket you going for?
And that's why you run into a whole bunch of people who either put out music, or people like T-Pain who's just like, listen, just here, you can just do that and have that for free. Do what you want. Or like whole companies who have, we now sell very specific licenses with the terms, you could use this music for free, or you can have a paid service that gives you access to a music catalog that you can use for these commercial purposes. But those places aren't like, they're not like old or like well-established places. They've only been around for a couple of years. We're still trying to wrap our head around the concept of how much control do you have over where someone can listen to something or use something or have an idea? Because again, it's not tangible. It is a Spotify playlist or something you downloaded that you can carry around on your phone. It's not a CD from Sam Goody. It's not like a vinyl from For Your Entertainment. Like, none of that's happening. Jazzy probably not wrong about that either. Bezos will be like, it's a shame the way that Twitch just went down. Peace, rip to Mixer, because because I imagine it's one of those situations that you get to the best from that.
Like, I'm Team YouTube now. Yep, Don.
Yep. I'm gonna be like,
sad to see it.
I already got the channel up, so just move it all over. Oh well.
Actually, I should probably use that bread for these streams. It seems to go well with the overlay, but hey. But yeah, YouTube streaming on Thursdays. Let's go. I mean, look, tv.betashouse.com existed at one point, so there is that. And again, given recent events, your boy Daddy Major will be coming into less stressed pockets, so he can pursue other projects again. Just gonna put that out there. But
Major's House, sponsored by Anchor.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. We got to work on that.
Yeah, we got to talk to some people on that. Major gonna have to talk to some people about that.
We got to work on some sponsors, because God knows I'm like buying shit from them every day. But yeah, anywho, I do feel bad for those who are not gonna who do have those traditions, to watch the Charlie Brown movies and probably won't be able to anymore.
Sad.
But Kev, look, if you need them, Kev's got a plan for you. Hit him up.
I got a plan for you. See me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But look, what if I told you guys there was one more place you could watch Apple TV? Huh? PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, next month? You can watch it there.
Yeah.
No.
If you got a PlayStation 5, if you got PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, and you paying that probably upwards of maybe $60 a year for PlayStation Plus, I'm sure you got $5 a month somewhere tucked away. $60 a year, probably got. And don't get PlayStation Now. Man,
Yeah,
that's
that
another
don't do
that's
that.
another
Yeah,
thing.
that don't do that.
So yeah, you probably
Um,
got $5 a month.
but yeah, so Apple TV app is launching on the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 next month. So just in time for the PS5 launch. If hey,
Not bad.
that's what you want. And I've been hearing rumblings that it's going to be available on Xbox as well. So Anka, don't worry, you'll get it too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and shout out to Anka. Yeah, just
Shout
always shout out.
Uncle's the goat.
In more streaming app news, talk about grand openings and grand closings. Quibi is calling it quits one day after launching an Apple TV app.
Oh, when I tell you, 6 months.
Nope, you have to give me this story because, as we like to say among our people, grand opening, grand closing. What is this?
So
what is
Quibi,
this?
so Quibi is a streaming video service that specializes in showing 10-minute TV shows. And they were hoping that you'd watch them on your phone. The one thing they weren't hoping on was a pandemic to happen near launch. So normally you would have probably watched these shows on your phone, like on your commute. But if nobody's going anywhere, nobody's watching shit on their phones, nobody's going to want Quibi. So they started, working on getting their content in more places. Let's just say that nobody gave a shit about Quibi, and it seemed weird. But yeah, they released an Apple TV app the day before they called it quits, and it hit me it caused me whiplash just reading the articles days apart, or just like 2 days apart.
Oof.
It's like, oh man, they got an Apple TV app. Maybe they found somebody to watch it, and then the next day it's like, oh no, wait, didn't I just read an article yesterday that they launched an app somewhere? What the? But why? But yeah, it just didn't work out for him. Again, I guess nobody wants to watch 10-minute videos in their house on their phone.
Well, some people do. It's called YouTube.
I mean, there is also that. Yeah, I don't know what Quibi was trying to be. Also, I think they specialize in having vertical videos. Which, why? Why are we still encouraging people to consume and record content the wrong way?
I don't
in 2020. I am still mad that Apple and Google, Samsung, LG, that nobody has figured out a way to take a phone. If somebody were recording a video like this, it automatically recorded it in landscape.
I think
all the time. There is no way you can record a vertical video.
I'm trying to remember there was a phone that I heard of where you could record you could film you can hold it vertically and it would film in a horizontal in a landscape mode. And I can't remember which phone had that feature.
Also, it just makes me upset that YouTube just acquiesced to the whole thing and was like, we'll just let you upload your vertical videos. No, stop. I don't want to watch those. No. Every time, I may watch I may be looking for something to help me out with something, and someone recorded a vertical video of it. I was like, no, I'd just rather remain ignorant. I don't even know.
Do you notice sometimes when you look at that vertical video where it's you'll see the camera move diagonally like this, and then you'll see it, but then you'll see the video be straight, and then you'll just see maybe a little 15-degree dip sideways watching the video, where it's not you would expect the image to be upright but angled but upright, but it's almost like as if the aspect ratio just kind of like jugs a little bit. Has anybody knows that, or is it
or at least if I have, I haven't noticed it. I don't remember it.
I've seen that once. I've seen that once before, and I'm like, oh, that just It's like, first of all, vertical video, ew. Second of all, that on top of that, that just gives me the heebie-jeebies. That makes me cringe. I'm like, oh, that's a horror. That's a tech horror story right there. You know, like
saying you're not out here shooting vertical videos, are you?
Oh, I never. Oh,
I mean, on occasion I do, but if I shoot vertical videos, it's because I'm in a medium that requires it to be vertical. So,
like Instagram.
Yeah,
like Instagram.
It's the only place where I'll accept it because Instagram doesn't let you turn it landscape.
See, there you go. Also, there you go. Because Instagram as a whole will not turn landscape. I wish they did, but they don't. And you know something? I respect it.
I respect that.
You know what I don't respect? There's no iPad app. Instagram. What the fuck are we doing? We got Catalyst now. You just port that shit over to an iPad app. What are we doing? I'm not better. Like, imagine how much more social media I can get done if I can just do it all on my damn iPad. Ooh, that's upset now. But thanks, Buffer, for filling that void for me. Yeah, so Quibi. Literally, hardly knew ye. And in other service closures, my favorite music player, Google Play Music, is finally no more.
Yeah.
After Google, let's face it.
What makes me so mad about that is it's a lot like how I felt about Google Wave. You know, stop doing these things and getting people to buy into these infrastructures and then just going.
Okay, so they did Google Music better than Wave. They still could have done it better, but at least they allow people to transfer over to YouTube Music. They did at least allow that, and they made sure they have feature parity before they sunsetted Google Play Music. It took them forever, and I drug my feet on that so much. But they at least allowed an out for people. But yeah, so Google Play Music is no more.
Rest in power, King.
I mean, it lasted a lot longer than I expected it would. And I think that's it. That's it. We're about to make probably the most awesome transition from tech to gaming, because this is just amazing and it falls underneath both. There's a dude who literally got Doom Eternal playing on his fridge.
That just warms the cockles of my heart right there to be like, yo, let me figure out a way to play Doom on something that we didn't think could play Doom. Let's do that. Like a fridge, let's do that. A calculator, let's do that.
So this guy here, what he's done is, so he has one of those Samsung smart fridges that run Android. He managed to upload the game streaming, the Xbox game streaming app to his Samsung refrigerator. Pair his Xbox controller over Bluetooth to said Android device within the refrigerator, and started streaming Doom Eternal from it. Oh, as a matter of fact, here we go. Here's the video. This is what I was looking for.
Like, I really wish I could hit my button for my hand clap of praise and just have like audience laughter. Just like, that's a hand clap of praise moment right there.
And this is not just Doom Eternal. Right now, we're looking at him playing Gears 5.
Yes.
On his refrigerator, as he's grabbing, oh my goodness, a tasty Diet Sunkist.
But video games and a cold beverage, you'll love to see it. I
You
mean,
know what this makes me want to see if I can do?
uh-oh.
My alarm system is running is running off of an Android tablet.
Does it?
And it takes SD cards. Man, if only it was not, if only it didn't compromise the security of my house.
It would. It certainly would. Ooh.
I would try to see if I could run this shit off of my home security Android tablet. Oh my god.
I wish you could.
So it's streaming. So it's streaming to the fridge. So as you can see here, this is I think this is actually the Game Pass app. This is the Game Pass app. It looks the same on iOS except the Android version has that cloud section.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the Game Pass app that's for Android that he sideloaded onto the Samsung refrigerator. So here he's playing Battletoads. Actually, the frame rate's not that bad.
I'll check out Battletoads.
So, for those who have those awesome Samsung smart refrigerators and you're looking for a project to do this weekend. Okay, never mind. As soon as the game started playing, it kind of dropped down a little bit. But again, for a refrigerator that's streaming this game.
That's not bad, but it's definitely smacking a little bit of that Dr. Ian Malcolm thing. Just because you thought you could doesn't mean you should. But
I mean, this is one I would allow.
I stand for it.
This is the one I would allow.
Like I stand for it, but I'm like, don't know.
And I love just like every so often he'll just open up the refrigerator and grab a beverage.
Be like, excuse me, beverage. Like, and I like how you pointed it to the camera like we could see it. Like, hold up, let me let you see it.
Yeah, so now he's playing some Minecraft Legends, but yeah. So yeah, there's that. If you're looking for something to put in your refrigerator for later, also looking for a new console, might I suggest, going to KFC where you can possibly win an Xbox Series X that comes with this controller. It is a KFC finger clicking good Xbox Series S and X controller.
I gotta say that has got to be one of the ugliest controllers I've seen in a long time. Like, I mean, it kind of remind me of like when you see them dudes that got like the cars wrapped up with like Sprite and like chiclets and like
chiclets.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Stuff like that. I've seen like Fruit Loops, like just complete apps, like the Who Ride cars. But this what it looks like. It looks like the equivalent of, yo, I'm gonna wrap my controller in the KFC dbrand skin, and I'm just gonna be like, yo, my two favorite games, Xbox and chicken. Let's go. I love the vibes. So I'm just like, oh, that's a hard no for me. that is a hard. I mean, they give me to me. I'ma sell it on eBay because that life. But no, let me get a regular controller, please. A non-chicken encased roller, please. Non-chicken related.
Well, see, I'm wondering.
A non-chicken.
I don't want none with chicken on it, please. No, thank you. I'm good.
It's gonna have chicken. It's gonna be my chicken grease.
I'm like, can I get one? Can I get a controller that does not have a dead white man on it? Thank you. I would appreciate that. A dead white man that sells me chicken? No, I'm good. Thank you.
Wait, what? Did I just enter in? There's no way.
Oh.
It just says I'm in. I don't know what I'm in, but it says I'm in.
Well, if you want an Xbox, we want an Xbox Series X.
Oh wait, okay, no. It said now all I need to do is order any box meal and scan the app. Maybe I'm just in the website. But yeah, so what's weird is like you can win it, but they don't show the controller on the site. So I wonder if it's still a thing.
I hope not.
But yeah, you can win an Xbox Series X from KFC and possibly get this controller to go along with it. So
Ooh, that thing.
have fun with that.
Mm.
This could have went as an update somewhere. Anywho, Microsoft's Xbox app for iOS and iPadOS now allows you to stream games from your console to your phone, to your iOS device or your iPadOS device. Still not xCloud, but it's something. And last bit of Microsoft news, since we're talking about companies buying companies. Phil Spencer stated that Xbox could recoup $7.5 billion from their Bethesda purchase without putting a single game on PlayStation.
This man literally, this was like this was equivalent of like shots fired. Like my man literally said, we don't need y'all.
But he still did not say that that's going to be the case.
Oh no.
He said, so like a lot of people picked it up and like they ran with that headline just like that one, and it got me
right.
But yeah, when you read it, it's like, yeah, he said that, but he also said it's still that case by case basis.
Right.
Like, we're not going to sit there and lock it out completely. We'll look at it, see if it is still financially viable for us to put games on PlayStation. But honestly, again, it's like right now, as a console's about to launch, you're not talking about the other console. It's like the fucking election. Look, we are so close to this being done. We're not trying to talk about the other person right now. Look at what we're doing. Look at all the amazing things we're doing.
I just love though the fact that he just said he did the numbers, he crunched the numbers, and he was like, if I don't, I still make money. If I do, I make more. I'll make more money. But if I don't, I can still make my money. It's like that's what I love about the whole thing. Like, I know he probably said like, yeah, it's okay, we treat it by case basis. But what if I did?
I mean, that Twitch payout must have been a hella big Twitch payout for them not to worry about it.
I mean, they had some money left over, not having to pay on people on Mixer, but you know.
Child, listen.
Like when they sold that Mixer, the Facebook, they were like, we got plenty of walking around money now. We were like,
pockets
fat. Was jangling.
Yes.
Them pockets was jangling with that thing. It was like jangling. I got the, you know this when you get a lot of money, you know, you get your money in some hands, like you get your payout, or you get your tax return, or you got your one and only stimulus check. You know, you think to yourself and you think, man, I really want to buy something with this money that I got. And I'm just like, man, you know, and Microsoft had that feeling and was like, yo, but that ZeniMax, let's go. Like, it's just like,
you
ZeniMax.
Hungry? You hungry?
Yeah. It's like, I got that. Let's get that. Yeah.
So yeah, in an interview with Kotaku, like Spencer just said flat out, yes. Or when asked if the company would be able to recoup the $7.5 billion spent on the acquisition without selling Elder Scrolls 6 on the PlayStation console, Spencer said flat out, yes. Quote, I don't want to be flip about that, he continued. This deal was not done to take games away from another player base like that. Nowhere in the documentation that we put together was, how do we keep other players from playing these games? We want more people to be able to play games, not fewer people to be able to play games. But I'll also say in the model, I'm just answering directly the question that you had. when I think about what people are going to be playing and the number of devices that we had, and we have xCloud and PC and Game Pass and one console in our console base, I don't have to go ship these games on any other platform other than the platforms we support in order to kind of make the deal work for us, whatever that means.
Right.
So it's we just picked up a whole legion of Android phones.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck I need a PlayStation. Like Android Game Pass. Like what are we talking about here?
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. Like it's like a good deal. Like, you know, they'll be like, okay, yeah, we're probably gonna sell these things on other viable platforms, sure, but bet money, them games coming to Game Pass, and they're gonna. So that's, even then, it makes the Xbox with Game Pass look so much better by comparison, because Doom's on it, Doom Eternal, Wolfenstein, Fallout, Elder Scrolls is gonna be out on Game Pass, and that's gonna look so much good comparison to the shopper, where it's like, oh, I could buy these games, or I could just play these games on like an Xbox on Game Pass for one low price a month.
And then technically, like we were talking about, like having to buy a device to be able to watch a thing. Mm-hmm. Oh wait, I already have this smartphone, or I've got this computer.
Right.
Granted, they've not figured out the computer part, and not every smartphone, but Android is the most popular platform in the world.
Right. Mm-hmm. So I mean, that's good in that way. That's good in that respect for those who are just like. But I feel like mostly that's going to be for those who are like, yo, I so love playing this Doom Eternal. But you know what I want? But oh god, I want to go to the dentist. Let me go continue playing this in the dentist. Boy, this is fun. That's usually where that comes from. Like,
but I mean there is that, but then you're still looking at those who don't want to deal with a console.
Right.
I mean, of course, we can all look at Stadia, but we're not.
No.
But we're not. Mainly because of the fact that, again, if you're looking at just streaming platforms, you've got Stadia, you've got xCloud, and you've got NVIDIA or GeForce Now.
GeForce Now, yeah.
The one that looks the best is still xCloud, because it has Game Pass. You can only get it through Game Pass.
Right.
Which means that, yeah, like if I'm just like, look, I want to play these nice games that everybody else is playing. I'm going to play with my friends. But I don't want to sit there and buy this whole console. I don't want to build a PC. This seems it's too much. Oh, wait, what if I just play it on my phone? Oh, or on my refrigerator now, because that's a thing I can do. Like, it's the barrier to entry to playing a lot of these newer games now is almost gone.
Right.
Like, you don't, like, again, Microsoft is not trying to sell you a fucking console. At all.
At all.
Like I'm good on not buying a console, because like anything I want, I can play on my PC, I can play on my Xbox Series X. You know, when my Pixel 4a gets here, I could play on that.
Yep.
Or I don't know, maybe when Apple gets its shit together, I can play on my iPhone, on my iPad.
Apple.
Maybe soon I'll be able to stream it to my TV. You know, Xbox is working, or Microsoft's working with Samsung. I'm surprised there's no xCloud app on my TV yet, but hey, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yep.
I mean, will you though?
What? Well, I would.
Cross that bridge.
Why wouldn't I? It'd be there. It'd be dumb not to cross it.
You know something? I hope it's there for your sake. I think you deserve good things. I hope it's there.
But yeah, so one thing I do want, another thing I'm gonna look at this with is, it kind of does slap, I'm gonna say, at least me in the face. I know I was a big opponent of Microsoft putting games out on PlayStation. Like, no, don't do that. Why? But like, I mean, it goes to show, and I hate it when people say that, you know, executives out here trying to be your friend. Like, no, they're not trying to be your friend. They're actually sitting there trying to look out for you. And if you can't see the difference between the two, there's a problem. Like Phil Spencer is actually trying to look out for those gamers because again, gamers got fucking burnt when the Xbox One came out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So it's like again, Microsoft, Phil Spencer, all of them, they are not trying to sell you a console. They're trying to sell you just a way to play a video game.
Exactly. Like my man.
The easiest way to play a fucking video game. And the fact that they're not committing to locking out PlayStation, which is a weird statement to make.
Very weird.
That Xbox is not willing to cut out PlayStation. That's weirder than saying Microsoft is waiting on Sony to allow crossplay. Like, wait, what? Crossplay? What you mean? Like, if you were to go back 10 years and tell your past self that was a thing that was going to happen, you like, nah, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I would.
You would come up with some excuse like from network infrastructure and like that shit just don't work. You know, the X's and O's don't work with the A's and the B's. Like, what are you talking about?
That doesn't.
The controllers are not compatible. You can't plug a PlayStation controller in an Xbox. What are you saying?
I'm like, and say, how did like? I would go literally looking like because money. Nobody would allow this.
No.
You think Nintendo gonna let Mario be on PlayStation? No, of course not.
Yeah, 10 years ago, that was PS3 and Xbox.
Although that would be, if we can be real about it, it would be weird if we found him on there.
It would be. Like,
I think we would literally see Mario on a PlayStation and go, "Wait, you're not supposed to be here. You don't belong here. What happened?"
Exactly.
Like I would be writing letters, personal handwritten letters to everyone who works at Nintendo. Like, y'all good? Tap 3 times on this piece of paper if we need to send a rescue squad to come for you.
They realized what mistake they made back in the 90s when they shunned Sony. That's what it was.
Oh, yep.
Sony, we're so sorry. Take us back. Take us back, please.
Like Nintendo. Like,
granted, 10 years ago, that was still Wii. That was still Wii era. So I don't know. You know what's in? No, I'm back on your train because 2010 was still like the Wii. I don't think the Wii U was out yet. So if Nintendo was putting shit out on PlayStation while the Wii was still a thing, yeah, okay, no. I think something's going on in Okinawa or no, Osaka. Wait, Okinawa. That's where. No, it's Kyoto.
I don't know.
Nitendo's in
Like,
Kyoto.
huh?
I'm trying to remember what Japanese town or city that Nintendo is in. Jeez.
Yeah, Kyoto.
That's different. Those are 2 Japanese companies. Look, it ain't Sega. Still waiting on Microsoft to pick up Sega, but you know. I'm waiting. That's gonna be my big Negodamus right there. But then everybody's been calling for that, so I can't really take the credit for that one.
I always definitely see if anybody could buy Sega and people would love them for it, it would be Nintendo. it would essentially be Nintendo.
It would make the most sense, but I still think Microsoft would do it just to get a Japanese just to get a foothold in Japan.
Now if they wanted to if Microsoft wanted to buy a good company that would really turn people's heads, I think Microsoft should buy SNK. Play more. That's what I think. Just to be like, hey, we're serious. Boom. Throw it out there. SNK. Boop.
I feel like that's just gonna be a what the fuck moment.
Well, of all the different types of titles, fighting game titles are the easiest to see that happening for.
Yeah.
So it's not too distant a possibility. Didn't they put Geese in Smash?
Yeah. Terry Bogart's in Smash.
Geese is in Tekken.
Geese is in Tekken, yeah.
They have Geese in Tekken and Terry in Smash. I'm pretty sure you could do that in either.
Like Raging Storm. Yeah. From Geese.
On the more PlayStation news though, now that they may or may not get Elder Scrolls. You can Sony's thinking about Lord, where are my words? I just kind of lost everything after a second here. The PS5 fans will continually be patched and optimized through updates.
Good.
So you notice that fan may be running a little bit too much. Sony might be able to quiet it down for you. Games running a little too hot. Sony might be able to turn that fan up for just a little bit to cool everything back down.
Cool it. Just give it a little cooling.
So apparently, instead of leaving the fan curve updates to the user, Sony's going to do it for you, using it telemetry data, I guess.
That's awesome. I mean, to be honest, that's really cool that Sony is definitely thinking about stuff like that, where it's like, oh yeah, because though, like old PS3s, who them things used to run? Those things used to run like, them things would sound like a little damn near humidifier. It'd be like, ooh, all you hear was like fans.
I mean, PS4 is the same way.
Yeah, play anything that's like, oh, graphically intensive, yeah, like, and a disc, yeah, you're gonna be hearing that bad boy.
It's all I've been hearing about, like Gears of War. I'm not Gears of War. I'm God of War, Ghost of Tsushima. Like there's like, yeah, those games are just running PS4s like jet engines. Like I don't think I noticed it with like Spider-Man. That's the last up to date AAA PS4 game I played, but
yeah. I don't think I've noticed it with Spider-Man as much. Some of the Uncharted games I definitely got maybe a little extra bit of whoosh with it, but
yeah, according to Sony, there are 3 temperature sensors on the main board that can read the system's heat and make the fan respond correctly. This paired with the temperature sensor inside the APU allows the PS5, to better disperse heat depending on the game you're playing and how much stress the hardware is under. Again, why not just let me adjust my fan curve? Maybe I want it to run a little hot just so I can get it super whisper quiet all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I want my PlayStation to melt. You ever think about that? So yeah, maybe if you go to a store, but why? Why would you do that? If you do go into a store, especially Walmart, you might actually be able to pick up some DualShock or some DualSense 5 or what is it? Is it DualSense 5 or is it DualSense? Okay, DualSense, just DualSense. Controllers. They're selling accessories already. And wait, is that a pair of Astro A20s that are color matching the PS5? Or is that just a coincidence? No, because that's a lighter blue.
Yeah, I think that's a coincidence. But give it time.
But yep, DualSense controllers at your local Walmart. If you're looking for a new controller that you can't use on a PS4.
Y'all literally don't go to Walmart, okay? Don't.
Yeah,
Just don't.
Just don't.
Yeah.
Just don't, and do not order it at the house. See if you can get it shipped to you somehow, and just do that. Y'all need to be over there. They don't take I heard that's the Shadowlands. They don't take precautions over there.
And I mean, to be fair, if you done pre-ordered everything anyway, it's gonna come to the house anyway, so there ain't really no need to go to the store, to go to Walmart anyway. So why would you risk your help to buy an extra controller early when there's nothing really to buy for it? So I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. Just have everything come to the house. Don't risk it. Stay home. Stay safe.
2-factor.
Mm-hmm. The pandemic isn't over just because you're over it. Yep.
So apparently you can pre-order the DualSense on Walmart.
Good. Yeah.
It'll arrive on the 12th.
Mm-hmm.
Can I actually pre-order a PS5 though?
That might be a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah, they're not listing it. They pre-order some of these games though.
Yep. Like, I'm speaking of PS5. I'm only really excited for like one game, and that's the new Ratchet. Other than that, I'm just like, no.
I feel like PlayStation always has, at least for me, always has a thing where when it comes out, I might be interested in 2 whole titles.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
whenever like a new generation comes out. Yeah, like for the entire generation. At the beginning of that generation, I'm like, I might have one title I'm excited about until like a month or 2 into it after it's released. And then I'm like, oh, okay, there are like 2 things I want to play now.
Right.
But is that the beginning or just like through the entire generation?
No, the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The only time I haven't felt that way was back in the PS2 days. But that's because back in the PS2 days, they would give you here's a sample pack of games. And it would like have 8 or 10 things on it. Now you just have, we're going to release a game with this generation of this console. You don't get those, hey, demo this stuff anymore.
Demo this.
See,
I miss that generation of things.
Yeah, me too.
Like, literally sitting back and playing like Uncharted 3 demo. Like, the vibes. Like playing Uncharted 2 demo in GameStop in Valdosta. The vibes. Like, made me realize, you know what, this PlayStation 3 thing is solid. I'm gonna go get that.
The first time I played a sample game, it had Jet Moto on it. And Jet Moto was the first game I bought because I played it on a demo and was like, I have to have the rest of this game.
Still mad. I'm still mad we ain't got a Jet Moto game on PlayStation. PlayStation, Sony, do better.
Now's the time. 4K, 120 frames per second. Let's do it.
I mean, we got Medieval. I never thought I would see the day where Medieval remake was gonna happen, and yet no Jet Moto. Y'all, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. I know. Do better.
But I mean, we have a new Madden, so I guess.
Yeah. Oh, you mean a roster update? Okay.
Listen, they added 1 alternate skin per team.
No.
The jerseys are a different color.
Oh no.
Yep.
Before we celebrate, the arrival of the PS5, Sony did gift us something else though. The Black Lives Matter skin, or the Black Lives Matter theme for the PS4
I was hoping you would talk about this.
It's now available.
You would talk about this.
It's free.
I'm so glad.
I have it on my PS4.
Mine too.
It's great. I like it.
Yep. I like the color schemes.
Apparently, there's a lot of people who don't. And we could talk about the skin. The skin is a skin. It's whatever.
Right.
But there are there's certain groups of people who apparently have an issue with the skin. I want to talk about the more obvious one first, which are the racists who came out. There was one tweet in particular that I was reading where they were like, I was on the fence as to which console I was going to pre-order. I hadn't pre-ordered one yet. I don't think Xbox put out anything for Black Lives Matter. So thank you, Sony, for helping me decide that I'm not going to pre-order your console and I'm going with Xbox.
Ooh, these white tears. Refreshing.
To where everybody's kind of responded. It was like, well, Microsoft did. They actually kind of replied to Sony's tweet initially. Also, didn't Microsoft, like the whole company, just like share experiences of all their black employees?
They did.
Man, have fun on PC. Oh, wait, no. Steam also came out in support of Black Lives Matter. To where it was like one tweet that I love so much. It said, my guy's just so ass out. He gonna be playing on the TI-82.
You love to see it.
Not even a TI-82, TI-80. You don't deserve a screen.
Wow.
You better spell them boobies out.
Wow, you didn't.
Wow. I forgot who it was who had brought it to my attention. Like apparently where people were really making these very hard decisions. To where I got on Twitter, I was like, you know what? Hear the news, all of this. Maybe I will pre-order a PS5 because apparently there's going to be so many sitting on the shelf now. You know what?
Okay.
Let's make it a fully black PS5 too while we're at it.
And by
you know something? Can I just
and by stuff on the shelf, I mean like probably 10.
Okay, so you know what? I feel like a couple of things need to be said here.
Please, the floor is yours.
Bring it close.
I want to make sure that we're getting close over here so we can say something. All of these citizens of the world and all of their melanin have money. We don't need you to buy shit. Do not. If it has Black Lives Matter in it, we can buy it for ourselves and generate that money. We had the whole Black Panther film. We had all of Jordan Peele's films. Hell, look at the Tyler Perry movies. We do not, we'll be fine if you don't buy it. We'll buy it. We'll buy it and buy the skin too, and then be over here enjoying games, and you're just going to be over here with your burnt Nikes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And everything else being over there angry and bitter because you just weren't center stage for a whole second. What is wrong with all of you? Let me just go ahead and get the rest of this out my system. Some of y'all slid up into these mentions over here with some nonsense like, well, why don't we have a symbol for hate group A or hate group B? Oh, do you mean the people that we literally went to war with and dropped bombs on that killed hundreds of thousands of people, historically speaking? Because the last time I checked, that's why we don't.
Wow.
Also, if anything, right? One, not only can we buy stuff, but two, we can probably create that stuff too. Have y'all not seen all the stuff on hashtag Blacktober? We don't have any problem with coming up with creativity. We don't have any problem with coming up for money for things we want. We don't have problems with any of that stuff. I know that there are some of you, and I'm not going to name names, Chad, who think that if everything isn't made for you and you don't spend your $2 or $3 from wherever you live, that society is going to crumble. And you are going to be in a rude awakening when you find out that not only does the world not revolve around you, but it doesn't require your participation. You can go ahead and sit over there in your living room couch or on the back porch and be forever salty about that. Please check your blood pressure and make sure you drink water and 2-factor some stuff. Maybe wash your ankles or wash your hands or wear a mask over both your nose and your mouth and leave the rest of us alone.
Mm-hmm. Wash your legs. Wash your legs too.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Big facts.
Oh my God. But the other thing that gets me are those people who are mad because they think that this is all that Sony is doing. There's one person who's out there who wrote a whole ass blog post about it being loud and wrong. Actually, no, I read some of it, and it's like he mentioned, you know, that this is great, but we like to see more. But of course, he uses the clickbaity title, Sony's not. This isn't enough. Like, well, yeah, we all know that. We get it. This isn't satisfying all of us. We know for a fact that this is majority performative. But can we at least have this for a second?
Yes.
I mean, I would like to have something on my screen that says Black Lives Matter. I'm not going to get mad. Like, I bought, of course, if you follow me on Instagram, you see that I have a shirt that says Black Lives Matter, I matter on it, right? Yeah. I'm not mad at the person who made the shirt.
No.
because they're not donating to the NAACP. It's like, no, I just wanted that so that people could see, hey, this means something to me. If I were to ever take my PlayStation out of my house, or if I'm streaming from my PlayStation and somebody happens to catch my home screen, maybe I want them to know, hey, I actually believe this. Hello? I mean, I'm also the same person who's like, I didn't adorn my Twitter bio and shit with it. Because, you know, I feel like I'm a black man. I matter. I shouldn't have to tell you this. But, you know, maybe I want to now. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it's always best to speak truth to power and let people know what the hell you talking about. Because I'm always ending my streams every day by saying the three things, like A, Black Lives Matter. B, we must protect black women. B, and C, Uncle's the GOAT.
Okay. So just make sure you included that one. Okay.
Yeah, Uncle's the GOAT. So that's why we have to speak that, because people think because we don't speak it, or we own the merch, we own the shirts, the hats, the shoes, the lunchbox, the posters, the commemorative pins, the commemorative plates that all have the message, but somehow when we don't speak it and we have it all adorned around us, like our treasures in like Ariel's treasures, all of a sudden it's like, well, why you ain't mentioning it? No, I mention it. I just don't have the bullhorn and the platform to be able to come up. I would literally come up there and be like a Japanese politician with the truck and say like, Black Lives Matter, everyone. Black Lives Matter. Literally be that person. But I'm not. So what I do is I just say, hey, put this shirt on, say it, and go on about my business.
Yeah.
And no acronym, just the full word. Because if you love me and I have a black life, and don't you think my black life matters? Ergo, that's it.
So actually, I understand. Like, again, I only own that shirt for like all of 3 weeks now. Honestly, I saw my sister. Like, again, I gave a shout out to my sister about for it, because she's the one who wore it first. I was like, okay, that's just a dope shirt. I don't have many shirts in my size because, you know, I'm a very, very big brother. So, you know, I found that, okay, you know, hey, it's a graphic tee that I could actually wear. And it does have a decent message on it. All right, cool. I'm there. Mainly, you know, because I don't think, like, I wear it mainly at work because I don't think my coworkers really understand what's going on. Because, you know, like, they're like 80% melanin deficient.
I think that's the perfect shirt to wear to work. I think you have to let people know.
Yeah.
Like, I think you gotta let people know, you know, hey, just in case you forgot.
Yeah, exactly.
Because again, if you don't remind people immediately forget, and then they realize why you so mad. I'm like, yeah, because, you know, the message is thus. Say it like a prayer. You know, boom.
But
it means something.
Yeah. But yeah, like, my thing is, like, it really bugged me. Like, it didn't bug me that the racists said what they said. Because, like, okay, that,
I mean, racists be racist.
Yeah, we knew. But it's those
it's like, of course y'all gonna be dry and ashy. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
But it's those people who took offense to it because, they're not doing enough. It's like, I'm pretty sure they are.
They're not doing what?
Like, they're not doing enough for the community.
You know,
like they may not be doing all that you want, but, like, to me, it seemed like everybody was like, those people were just hung up on them releasing the theme. Like,
we just? There are layers of problems here. The first of them being, there is a certain level at which, as with everything else dealing with blackness, there's a certain level of it that is easy for people to capitalize on and profit from, just by the nature of our existence. It's been a thing about our culture that people have been drawn to for literally centuries at this point. for every part of our culture that we've ever developed ever, from the music to the clothing to the colors to the way that we talk and literally everything else. Like literally everything. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, y'all listen. These companies are not superheroes. They are not like deities of any kind. We should not be asking companies to rescue us from anything.
Right.
Literally should not. Like that we already know that they're not here for that. And even if they are here for that, it's usually conditional. It's not like PlayStation is going to, like, if we can be real about it for 2 seconds, y'all can put this theme in here and be like, we're out here for solidarity. But that's probably like on an individual person who cared enough to get everybody else to do that. That's not like all of Sony's policy everywhere. And it's one of those things that even if it were, them trying to be outward and tangible about it and draw a whole bunch of attention to it isn't helpful, because that's not the point anyway. If I'm out here trying to be like an ally to people and all this other stuff, the last thing I would want to do is be out here throwing all announcements on how I'm doing this, that, and the third for these people. The people who should be the center stage are the people who are affected, so you can pay attention to them.
Right.
If anything, I should be moving out of the way.
Right.
So y'all need to, there's just so much of this that we need to decouple from our thinking in terms of what companies should be doing and anything else. If anything, it should be, I have some personal experience with this, and that's where a lot of this spice is coming from. So I wanted to put that out there. Cool, you put BLM theme in your thing. Cool, you have that in your profile and everything. Are the black people where you work okay?
Exactly.
Are you giving them mental health professionals to deal with all this trauma that they're forced to engage with every single day? Are you doing the things for the people who work there? Because you doing things with the skin, or even if they gave every black person in America $10,000, which to be fair would be a lot of money and would tangibly change things for a lot of people.
Whew.
Even if they did that,
Yes.
right? If they do all the cool stuff and all the showy stuff that's easy and visible, but the people who work there are still being treated terribly, we haven't gotten anywhere. Y'all have got to get away from the idea that the part that you should pay attention to is the part that's visible to you.
Exactly.
Facts.
Because it's like the people who are complaining probably aren't in those internal, or probably not receiving these internal memos, these internal emails, like seeing what the actual wellness of these companies are, who are probably, trying to make sure those checkups are happening. Again, we don't know, but the thing is, like, to really criticize a company who, again, like Dr. Jones was saying in chat, like, they're not benevolent. If anything, like, again, I'm looking at this like, hey, here's a cool thing that has a message that I believe in. I want to install it. I didn't have to pay for it, so they're not profiting off of it. It's just there. It's costing them bandwidth to put it there. I don't get, like, also it's like, it's thing, if you do not like it, you can choose not to engage with it. Thank you, Anka, for saying that. You could choose not to engage with it, but to find something on the internet to be fucking mad about. It's just weird. I think it's weird that
we just have to literally just stop, just being out here and doing the absolute most when it comes to this, and just be like, you know what? We see that gesture. Thank you very much, and get right back to the work that we have to actually do, because they're not doing that for us. They are not. Ooh, Anka, no. Hold up.
Big talk. All the games are political. Oh, you mean like this one game that's called The Division, where you literally are stationed in the White House as your base of operations, and you have to like fight in locations like the Washington Monument, Congress, the Senate.
Okay, so
that's not political to you? Like,
kind of, hey, let's talk about a thing. I'm going to keep this to just a brief commentary. I promise it will be brief. You can time me. You can give me like a minute and a half at the most, because please stop me. Your games are not political. Does your game have bad guys? Does your game have like corrupt figures? Does your game have a sense of good guys or heroes? Are you any one of these people? Are there issues that people have thrown the world into chaos because they are being greedy, or because they have started a war, or because there's a famine, or because a crystal has emerged in which a whole bunch of things have happened and you find out that someone did this, like, opened a portal to another dimension trying to gain power that they shouldn't have? If any of this has happened in a game, it's political.
Right. Even in everything. Even Game of Thrones, political there. Political. There is rivalries. There is structures. There is things in place. That's what I'm saying. It's all political.
Because shot lizard. Sports people be like sports aren't political, and you're just like, you do realize, like, up until like maybe 10 or 20 years ago, like, there were leagues of teams that were only black people, or that were only Cuban people, because they couldn't integrate with everyone else. That was a whole thing until like what, the 80s?
Oh, Sam, shut up in trouble.
Yep. And yeah,
the amount of things that today, for reasons related to stuff that I have DM'd to the guys prior to our broadcast today, the way that I am tired of people going, I don't want these things in my games, because you literally have never had to pay attention to it, and you being forced to see it the way that I have always had to, since I could literally talk to another human being that wasn't a family member, is exhausting y'all so much that you are screaming for this to end. Right. Y'all have literally had to be home for 5 months and just see the world the way every other marginalized person does, and y'all are coming apart. Like, you are literally coming undone. And it's one of those things, like, the way that I want to boop you in the head, because even at the worst possible for this, even at the most stressed, you are still at a house on the top of a hill with land and like $10 million in your account. And there are people who literally cannot afford mail. I need you to just not ever.
Yeah. Like, no one said you couldn't do the things you couldn't do. Nobody said you couldn't go out, but they just said, we're doing it safely for your own benefit. We're saying, hey, the virus is killing people.
Oh no, we're not even talking about Corona. Someone was just like, literally, like, I never want to just vote and never have to see anything about politics again. And all I could think about is, like, it must be nice.
Must be nice.
Well...
Must be nice to be a actor of a very popular.
Like, I'm just sitting here
to say that.
Like, I'm just sitting here and I'm thinking, like, really? Yo, it is exhausting you that much to just care about other human beings. Because, like, you don't even have to be involved. You don't have to be involved. Like, we just want you to care and express empathy, and that is making you tired.
And you're not affected, and you're basically insulated by any like policies, because the policies are not directed to you. You're not affected by the Trump tax cut. You're not affected by, like, the wall coming up and being built, immigration policies, DACA. You're not being affected by anything. You're insulated from all of it. What you are but what it really did to your character is that your character died in the second movie, and you're pissed off about that, and you're very mad about that a director literally fucked your character all to hell. Now, I would rather you stay in that lane of your character being dead and grumpy and grouchy and sucking on some green animal titty milk. So I think you need to pretty much stay in that particular lane. Person that I love, but I'm still gonna cook you, because nobody escapes the cooking if I can help it. I love you. Fuck you. With love. Peace. I still love you. Would love to meet you, but the hug, the handshake is going to be a little short. Okay?
Wait, cool. You still handshaking people?
No, well, not anymore.
Oh,
But
okay.
that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. The connection will be a little short. Yes, I'm gonna take the selfie, but in my mind of minds and heart of hearts, fuck you. Love don't exempt criticism. Matter of fact, love it emphasizes criticism because I love you and I want you to be better. Here's how you be better. Don't say shit like that. Still love you, fuck you, but love you. that don't mean I'm gonna love you all the time.
No, I mean, like, it's not even that love doesn't exempt criticism. Love demands criticism. If I care about you and you are fucking up, like that means I should
Yeah,
probably tell you at some point. You'll listen.
yeah. hmm Fuck you with love, and love demands criticism. We need to put that on the shirt.
I will draw up the design tonight.
Yeah, I guess
I love
because of
you,
certain
but
things,
fuck
we
you.
need to find stores to sell things now.
hmm
Yeah.
That'd be.
You said that we need to find it like you didn't already have that in your back pocket. Like this
I
man has like a whole thing,
don't.
like of hosting and all this other stuff that he does. He needs to stop playing with you folks.
Yeah.
I
He needs
Throw
to
don't
that.
stop playing
have
with
these
y'all.
things. Look, I have the hosting. There were talented developers who worked tirelessly days and nights and weekends for little to no things. Anka, Telia, for putting those sites up. I was just there
Yeah.
like, here's a server with WordPress. Have fun.
It's like literally seeing people putting rubber to road and making things work and doing awesome things
Yeah, and to watch
and
it
lit-
just get destroyed like this.
and literally watching two people. That's the two people, right?
Yeah.
Two
Oh
people,
no,
right?
you know something? No,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go ahead and rebuke that. What we're not gonna do is let people
hmm
waste our time. We're just gonna go ahead and convert that. That's all we're gonna do. That's all I'm
hmm
gonna say about that.
That's
I'm gonna
that's just,
behave.
that's just basically we're gonna put all that in the box and
Oh,
we're
I'm
gonna
not
shift
like
that
when
over to
when
the
those
side.
servers go down. I'm going to make sure they're stored somewhere.
Repurposed.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
going to be stored, but I'm again, if I don't have to pay for that server space, I'll be okay.
You better go ahead and put that in on GitHub.
hmm
I have to talk to Telia about something like that because that it's legit her code first. But yeah, again, whoever had an issue with this, man, just move on. Just
Fuck
move
you.
on. It looks great on my PS4.
Fuck you and move on.
Yeah,
That's another shirt. Put that sew that on a pillow and sell it on Etsy.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Fuck you and move on.
I
Yeah.
have sent y'all a prototype of something that we did not that I made for a group of people, but I did not get to use.
Yeah, I love that.
We can go ahead and talk about that real quick.
I
That
feel
would be
like I've
good.
seen that before.
That would be nice merch.
I feel like I've seen that before, but I like it. Yeah. Okay. You know what? I think I'm gonna be really busy. Y'all need to remind me if I don't do anything about it before November 7th. Y'all need to remind me.
Okay.
Extra Life is a thing that's happening, and I'm fucking losing it right now. So I may forget to act on things while I'm trying to prep for that. So yeah.
Major, just add it to your calendar so you don't forget about it.
Just add to the calendar.
All right. So I'm gonna need to remind me to do that.
hmm
I'll tell Siri when my new phone gets here.
hmm
Anywho,
Tell Siri and Google. They'll both remind you.
wow, this article changed on me.
Uh-oh. Breaking updates.
Oh my goodness. So this was supposed to be 2K's putting unskippable ads in NBA 2K21, but the actual story is 2K Games apologizes for the way unskippable ads were implemented in NBA 2K21, not the ads themselves.
hmm
2K Games has today issued a statement addressing the negative press NBA 2K21 has been receiving over the past few days as more and more players run into the game's unskippable ads, which play before episodes of the in-game 2K TV episodes. According to the publisher, the way ads were implemented was the problem, not the ads themselves. Nevertheless, 2K Games vowed to fix the issue with future 2K TV episodes. So they stated, as many are aware, in recent years, ads have been integrated into 2K TV segments. Yesterday's 2K TV ad placement impacted our players' experience in a way we didn't intend, as these ads are not meant to run as part of the pregame introduction. This will be fixed in future episodes. Thanks for your continued feedback. So, yeah, apparently the whole thing was like, so if you've not played 2K, any 2K in the past few years, there's like a little TV segment that plays while the game is loading. Apparently what 2K decided they wanted to do was add ads that you couldn't get past before, watching the TV show, which I believe also kept people from editing lineups, which is something, people would do while the 2K TV video was playing.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me wonder if this is all going to get skipped with the new consoles because they can load super fast.
Possible, but then they'll probably find a way to like slow it down and be like, be like how like Twitch ads be like, oh, I know you can jump into these ads, but still, what's this 15 seconds before this game starts up?
Oh, there we go. Because I knew it was a specific ad they were putting in here. It was an ad for the Oculus Quest 2, which, by the way, if you are getting one of those and you are trying to use your Facebook account, be careful because apparently they end up breaking your Quest if you don't do it properly.
Oh shit.
So yeah, so during the ads, like normally over here on this right side of the screen, there's like buttons to change. Yeah, there you go, like edit lineup, but it doesn't appear until after the ad plays, and you can't skip it. So you are forced to watch this Oculus ad before anything happens.
Fucking no, man. Nah. See, that's not what we're doing. Like, that's what we not finna do now. Like, that's not what we finna do. Like,
why are we finna do it though?
Like, we're not finna do that. Like, I mean, I'm not, but this is the type of thing that once you allow once, that's when it's really gonna kick off, because you can't allow companies to be like, okay, yeah, that you see that and you be like, yeah, I'm okay with that. No, you have to complain every time you see something you don't like, complain about it. Pity party in the mention, like set the mentions aflame, like, because that's not okay. Because that's simply not okay.
Especially if it's a company that cares about feedback and responds to it. Please let them know.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Please let them know.
It'd be interesting to see like what this is going to. Sorry.
You open up the door to criticism. Be prepared for criticism. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, you say, "Oh, we trying to be open and honest." No, I'm okay. I'm gonna be open and honest by telling you the shit sucks. That's how open and honest. So your rebuttal is more of the same, or we fix it. And yeah, that's essentially it. Just have to be. You open yourself up to criticism. You do problematic things. You get problematic tweets. You get the energy you give. So I can't, I can't be like, oh well, that that's how you are. If you do problematic stuff, problematic, features like these ads, people ain't gonna like that shit. They're not gonna, and they're gonna say it in the probably equally disrespectful way that you gave. So yeah, it's what it is. That's how it goes. That's how it goes out in Twitch streets. Yep.
So yeah, with 2K apologizing for the way the ads were implemented and them saying they're going to fix it, I'd be interested to see kind of like what that looks like in the future. On some good news, Cyberpunk 2077 says they will treat each language equally, offering full lip sync for every dub.
I'm gonna let y'all have this one because I have feelings about Cyberpunk 2077 at this moment.
I'm really.
Are we thinking about the same thing that was announced just recently?
And well, the thing that was announced, and then reiteration of the same controversy that happened before that got dredged back up again, and that has promptly poured a lot of cold water on what would have been a hot game launch. So through people's because again, people and the
because cancel culture because cancel culture is real.
Yeah,
like Antifa.
And people do and say dumb things. Like, again, not really talking to people who are supposedly PR and running that around them and saying, hey, guys, this is a good idea. Hello? Maybe we should check first. No, we're just gonna do something dumb and then we get called out and then we're gonna apologize, but we're not really gonna learn from our mistakes. No? Okay.
So what we are referring to is the recent announcement, I believe today.
Yeah.
That Dr. Disrespect is rumored to be in Cyberpunk 2077. Like, why?
Yeah,
Keep in mind, this article was also put in the in our document long before that announcement came out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this was supposed to be a good thing for Cyberpunk 2077, which, and like we did cover the crunch last week, and the controversy behind all of that. And again, people I've heard more sides on that since we did our show, which, it's whatever. People have feelings about things and fine, whatever. Crunch is still bad. Doesn't matter who feels what about what, who said what, crunch is still bad. But yeah, so there is a rumor. I don't have that article because I just don't want to will that one into existence. And apparently we have definitely lost it at this point. But yeah, so apparently is a rumor that Dr. Disrespect is going to be in Cyberpunk 2077, which again, I say no. But again, the good news is the fact that they are going, and again, this may be in relation to crunch, I don't know. But the fact that they are lip syncing all of the languages that are going to be featured in the game, which I think is pretty cool. Should definitely help those who are deaf and hard of hearing, who can read lips, and they can actually read the lips of the characters in their language and actually understand what's going on. So,
I mean, in that respect, that's a good feature.
Yeah. So it's some good that's going on with Cyberpunk 2077. Even though it's just surrounded in God knows so much controversy.
So much controversy. Fuck. Like, if there was even a minute piece of fire that I felt for that game, it has been completely and utterly poured out.
For me, it's still there. It's still there, but again, like for me, I'd spend more time with Watch Dogs.
I think, yeah, with Watch Dogs being a thing, like,
and that's still, and even then, that's still kind of a questionable statement.
Yeah,
because it's like, Cyberpunk involving crunch and Dr. Disrespect, or Ubisoft, who is literally in bed with everybody. So,
yeah, it's a fucked up thing. And then, yeah, I tell you, it's gonna be a real wild and woolly, interesting launch fall release game window thing.
I'm just gonna play Genshin Impact. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, that's all.
Everything all right, Sin?
Sin's like, next question.
Something. I'm going to just behave myself. I am.
Oh, that's not
That's
fun.
it. That's all I have to say. I'm going to relax.
Sin's like, next tab, please.
I'm going to chill.
Last bit of gaming news. Amazon is rolling out early access to its Stadia competitor, Luna, starting, I guess, October 20th with 50 games available. How we feeling on Luna?
Nah, I'm good.
All right. 10? Can I interest you in some Luna?
Okay. Yeah.
No?
No, I think he's good too.
Okay. Deals for the week. Hey, if you have
Hey.
not picked up a Google Pixel 4a and maybe you want to, here's a little deal. You can get a Google Pixel for as little as $216 with Google Fi's new subscription program. Google Fi has just launched a phone subscription plan that is actually a pretty sweet deal. For $15 a month over 2 years. You can get a Pixel 4a Plus device protection insurance plan that works up to just $10 more than the current unlocked retail price, plus theft and accidental damage protection. In 2 years, your phone is paid off and yours to keep, but you can also keep paying that monthly fee to upgrade to a new device. But there's also an even better deal available. If you don't care about insurance, the subscription is $9 a month. That's just $216 over the 2 years required and way less than $350 upfront and unlocked price.
Not bad.
I was super upset, highly pissed when this news story came out. So much so that I reached out to...
Tell them why.
Huh?
Tell them why. Let them know.
So, of course, as I've mentioned several times before, I have a Google Pixel 4a on the way. It should be, allegedly, should be here tomorrow. Should have been here yesterday, but it should be here tomorrow. I paid, so I'm doing a similar payment plan through Google Fi, but ultimately paying the entire $350. Not happy about that. But I reached out to Google, told them what happened, and they told me that as long as I hadn't activated the phone yet, that I'm eligible for this program. Because I also am doing the payment plans through Google Fi. I'm using a Google Fi number, SIM, and all like that. So, feeling out better, getting a discount on my Google 4a. Yeah, like that day by day. These gentlemen will tell you, I was hot.
Big facts.
I was hot.
Big facts. And I understand right now, because somebody that buys a lot of stuff, I can tell you, I've had some very, very rough interactions with shipping people, like delivery people, like literally remembering having to like chase down a mail truck because they did not even deliver my motherboard that I so desperately needed.
Was it FedEx?
No, it was UPS.
Oh.
Yeah, like literally almost like, yo, do you have my package? They didn't even mail it. I was like, huh? Nani? So I literally had to go chase him down, find him. Let's say, where's supposed to? There he is.
Yeah, needless to say, I'm not a big fan of FedEx, but hey, FedEx dragging their feet this time actually helped me out, so they get a pass. They get a pass. But I am not looking forward to the fact that I got to activate 3 phones between tomorrow night and Saturday morning.
Listen. You talking this, and I hear that, but I feel like you're gonna be in love, because you're gonna be like, I gotta activate 3 phones.
I wanted to create content around it, but now it's like a whole thing of like, where's the time? Because I gotta return the other 2 iPhones, since I was hoping I could use an iPhone to record an iPhone. I'm on borrowed time when I start activating phones and shit. Especially when I want to use them. I want to use my iPhone on October 23rd. That's why I'm also pissed I have to go into work tomorrow. Like, it would have been less of an issue if I didn't have to go into the office, but Yeah, here we are. So yeah, if you're looking for a discount on a Google Pixel 4a, there you go. Updates for you. If you have not already, the AMD GPU drive or AMD GPU drivers are out for the new Doom Eternal. Some bug fixes there too. Ladies and gentlemen, please be on the lookout, because I know apparently it's a part of every live stream fail that somebody's computer will update in the middle of a fucking stream. I don't understand how y'all do it. Again, if you just update your shit, you wouldn't run into it. I've never had that problem.
Never had that problem.
But the Windows 10 October 2020 update is available, so keep an eye out for it. Make sure you're playing for it. Take some time, like take an afternoon, pour yourself a glass of wine, and update your Windows.
Right, and then double check all of your audio. Make sure that your mics are set. Make sure that your webcams are set. That way you don't your webcam mic is not your primary mic.
So so you know that there may be a Thursday show, there may be a Tech Talk Thursday where none of the audio is working.
Right. So might be a good idea to take some of your advice on that.
Yep. Well, see, those always sneak up on me. I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting about the audio.
Mm-hmm.
iOS 14.1 is out for the new phones. So if you get a new phone, don't forget to update. Well, actually, we'll probably ship with it. But if you're not on the new iPhone, please make sure you update. iOS. And for me, this is for me. I don't give a shit about y'all. This is for me. Ubuntu 20.10 is out.
All right.
Yeah. New version of Ubuntu is out. This is also another reason why I hate that all of my phones are arriving at the same fucking time, because I also got OS updates I got to do. Oh. Not too happy about any of this.
All of it. All of it's kicking off.
Individually, these would be awesome moments for me. But because they're all coalescing on the same damn day or the same weekend, I'm hating all of this. But yes, Ubuntu 20.10 is out. So for those who are living on the bleeding edge on at least Ubuntu, got some updates to do. But gentlemen,
yes,
I'm sorry, we're 30 minutes behind.
That's what it is.
I'm sorry, Sim, what was that?
Do you mean behind or over?
Over, sorry.
Yeah.
30 minutes over.
I'm no stranger to it.
Okay, well, I guess what he's trying to say is we're not gonna hold y'all up. We're gonna let y'all go to bed, or let you catch up with this debate and the amount of things that we've read today. Because I know some of y'all have this over here on your other tab or on your other screen, and it's a hot mess over there too.
Oh yeah.
Oh nah. This is the best use of my bandwidth, and when this stream is over, that's it. No, my bandwidth's not being used for anything else, maybe than to watch like The Office or anything on my Plex server. Which, by the way, update on that. You know how I said that I've never had issues with shit that I order from the internet? Yeah, that drive, that 10 terabyte drive, dead on arrival.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
I was like, oh no.
Can we get an F in chat, please?
Yeah, can we get an F in chat for his dead drive, please? Somebody press F for respects.
But at least Newegg is gonna they're honoring an RMA, so I'm gonna.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'm in the process of getting that sent back to them. So.
Yeah, I rarely do I have problems with Amazon and them RMAs and Newegg and them RMAs. It's just usually like, except for that one time when it was like they didn't want to send me, like Amazon didn't want to send me the label and wanted to send me this like QR code that I needed to take.
Yeah, I got both of those. I got a label and a QR code from Newegg.
Yeah, they told me I got to go 30 miles to go get a return. I was like, the devil. I called them back and I said the devil is a lie, and they were like, okay, we'll get your We'll get you a label. Hold on a second. Like, I had to be a whole stereotype for a
Now,
second, but then I got it.
now
So there you
because I
go.
live close to a UPS store, I
Hmm.
actually like how Amazon handles their returns with UPS stores.
Well,
It's really nice, but yeah, I get it. For again, I have to realize that I'm in a very blessed position with
that's a good.
the
Keep
job
saying the
I
same thing,
have, the
man.
technology I own, and the
I,
places where I live.
I got to keep reminding you because sometimes people ain't in the best of situations. They got to do it the best they can
Okay,
do.
so that's
I love
another thing,
somebody.
right? And the intersections out here are real. We recognize them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate the ability that we have to come to these perspectives and also
Hmm.
probably bring an awareness to it that I feel that a lot of people don't when they have these discussions about tech, which is this is really cool, but it's also not necessarily accessible to
Yeah,
everyone for all of these different reasons. And I
Hmm.
appreciate the awareness that we
yeah.
have in the stream of
Oh
those
yeah.
things.
I mean,
Because
because
it's
like
like
I have family. Like again, like
right.
I always use my family as the example of rural America.
Yeah.
I
Because if
do
it was
not understand why they moved out there, but boy, they're going to be the subject every time.
yeah, because it's like
I
it's
hate
one of the things.
FaceTiming them because I can't see them.
Yeah, it's like the area that I live in is the city wide version of the backwoods. It's basically like the town that had the railroad, and then that's basically about it. It grew because of rails, and that was it. But it's still the same mindset of a small town feel where we don't have the things that are great things that people are like, oh my god, what about it? You don't do Instacart? And I'm like, we don't got none of that. What are you talking
What's
about?
it? What's an Instacart?
Like, what's an Instacart? Like, what's a Uber Eats? What's a Uber?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm only feeling it
like
now. I'm only feeling it
yeah.
now only because Google does not know where my house is.
And be like, I'm like, you literally, if even if you was here, we have all the creature comforts and everything else, but you would literally dry up as a husk.
Yeah.
Major, you would dry up like a husk
Look,
in this area.
granted, if
Look,
it was
look,
not for the fact that I lived in a big city for 2 years,
yeah,
I'd
right,
have been okay with all of that.
right,
Like that was fine. Like I used to live like that two and a
hmm
half years ago.
yeah, okay,
I
Um,
will say that isn't a bit of an adjustment when you move into a
hmm
city and stay there for a while, or you move out of the city that you lived in for a while and
hmm
have to get and just having to get used to things like when I moved here from Brooklyn. It was things like, what do you mean everything's closed at like 9 or 10?
exactly,
What do you mean there isn't a corner
oh my
store, isn't a
god.
bodega, isn't like a train station? What do you mean?
yeah,
Why doesn't everywhere have a sidewalk? Why do you only have a sidewalk for this side of the street for half a mile, but not on the other side of the street
right,
for like another half of a mile? Like it was just there were just so many things. It took so long
it was
to get used to
right,
Yeah, my
that
like me.
honestly I just took for granted things like just the way transit systems worked.
yeah,
Like trying to catch like a cab. Like it was one of these things where I was flabbergasted at things like, what do you mean the bus doesn't run on weekends?
yeah,
Yeah, for me, it was like it was like a trial program. Almost like hey, you could try Delivery Pro for 2 years.
yeah,
The shit fronts up, so now you back to Delivery Light. It's like, oh my god.
yeah.
Like we had Amazon Fresh, we had Amazon same day delivery. Like when the filter in our refrigerator would run out, I would order the filter for the refrigerator that day. It'll be there at 9 o'clock at night, so I'll be streaming when the doorbell rang. But it's like, hey, at least my filter's here
yeah.
at the ass crack of the night or whatever. But yeah, it feels so weird. Like I'm close enough to where I can benefit from those services, but because of the fact that Google does not know where my house address is,
Mm-hmm.
they won't deliver. I could technically get Amazon Fresh. Amazon knows where I live, but the people who are driving it because they're using Google Maps cannot find my house.
Mm-hmm.
They've picked up orders for my wife, called her and said, we can't find your house. We got to take this shit back. I'm like, no,
we're here, but we're not here, but we're here.
It's like where everybody else like they're referring to like Earth when they see bad news and they say I hate it here. Like I literally mean it. I just hate it here at this house because nobody can find where I live. I don't ever want like I just want Zaxby's. Just somebody bring me Zaxby's. I don't want to have to go to Zaxby's. Mm-hmm. Again, these are super first world problems.
Oh yeah. This is all first world problems. This is all first world problems. It's like
I had to be like. I had to be real careful to tweet about the iPhone that first time.
Yeah.
Like when I complained that my wife's iPhone had shipping and mine didn't. Mm-hmm. No, I was me being petty.
Yeah, big first world problems.
Yeah. Like. Anywho, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
I could complain about this shit all damn day. Kev, what you got going on this week?
Nothing much, mate. Really, I just basically been enjoying like, oh yeah, these games that I typically don't play that much, but I'm loving them. Like Graveyard Keeper and 2 Point Hospital, who Sin and like pretty much laughing at Sin, like saying about, I don't know why are my people dying? I don't know. It's like I give them health care and they still died. And literally seeing like a guy get out of bed in the ward, get out of bed, go change his clothes, and he's dead. He's like, oh, he's going to die, but first he has to like get out of bed, change out of his scrubs, put his clothes on, walk 10 feet, and then once he get to a particular clearance, just kick it off right here. He shirked his mortal coil after he got dressed. How wild is that? It's like,
look, you never know. You just never know.
I mean, you never know, but still wild. So I've been playing that, and so probably gonna be playing all manner of really awesome and fun games that I haven't been playing before, and definitely more of that, and really just trying not to be an angry black man. So trying not to be a stereotype. That's basically it. Playing fun games and not being a stereotype, but knowing that I'm probably gonna have to be a stereotype. Yeah. Just to let these people know I mean business. So I mean, that's what I got going on.
Sin, what you got going on this week, buddy?
What I got after today is a vacation.
Hey.
Now, it may not be the one that my job has approved, but we're going to ignore that for a moment because I gave them 2 weeks to approve this and they didn't, and I'm working remote. So what's going to happen is I am going to go somewhere, and they may or may not find me with like, hey, y'all, I'm just having, I'm just having a couple of issues with the signal here. Nothing major, anything like that. It's fine.
I'm gonna be not here around some internet, and I may or may not be around. I may not be close to the phone, because I'm gonna be enjoying myself. That's not here, but hey, it is what it is. How y'all gonna know?
Well.
How y'all gonna know if I don't tell you and I don't post these Instagram pics?
Well, Sin, enjoy your vacation.
Enjoy it, my friend.
That being said, I do believe the boys are going to have something here as a surprise next week while I am away.
Should we leave it as a surprise, or?
I feel like you should.
Okay.
I think a hint would be helpful, but I think you should leave it as a surprise.
I mean, I feel like we done beat it to death. I feel like I had one hint, but as soon as I say it, I feel like people will get it.
Yeah.
Okay, well then don't say it because now you can't tell them.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
But yes.
That means y'all gonna be here next week.
Yeah,
right?
We'll be here.
We'll be here next week.
Oh yeah.
We'll be here.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about them.
Oh, yeah. Y'all gonna be here? Huh?
Y'all gonna be here.
Yeah. Especially you. I'm looking at you right now. You know what I'm talking about. You gonna be here.
Put them chips down. Listen to us for a second.
I'm talking to one. I'm talking to one specific person in particular. They know who I'm talking to. They gonna be here.
They better be here.
They better be here.
Yep.
I will be watching the VODs too. It better be popping.
I look. I would say Kevin, I would bring the fire, but we can't. We can't match your energy. You bring that specific energy. We were hoping that the energy that will be here will match it.
I think it will be.
I think it will though.
I mean, it might, and it's also, it's allowed to be different too. It could be it could be a good thing. It could be like I might come back and people might be like, you can stay on vacation. We actually, like enjoy this person and stuff.
That. Not even for 1 second.
Oh no, I'm almost, anticipating we might have to add a fourth box.
That's what I'm thinking. So we might end up having to make another one. We'll be a four person.
Like I got an idea for a new layout anyway, and I need to reach out to Anka for that. But yeah. Was they look?
Oh,
look until Anka says stand back and stand by. We might need a 4 box. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
No,
I couldn't resist.
This man. Where's my Buddhist man button?
Anywho. All right, yo. Yeah, for me though, outside of things happening on the show next week, just pretty much still streaming, random video games. Tomorrow I do have not tomorrow, but Saturday I do have a stream over at Extra Life, so come on through for that. Extra Life, Overwatch on the PC. Love to have you join me either in game or on stream. Talking about some Extra Life. That's about it. I know I have something coming up the following weekend, but I'll talk about that then. I'll talk about that next show. But yeah, that's it. I know I've kept y'all here way longer than I anticipated, but I'm gonna let you go now. Thank you all, everybody, for tuning in. Excuse me, Dr. Jones. Thank you for that raid. Thank you to everybody who's come out, followed, liked, subscribed, supported. I don't know what you do. Of course, you can, if you miss the show, you want to relive any of these wonderful moments, youtube.com/MajorLinks, and there's a specific playlist for Tech Talk Thursdays. You can watch the video. Of course, this is being VODed on Twitch. If you would like to get an audio version, which, that's cool too, anchor.fm/tech-talk-Thursdays. And again, another thing I need to add to a reminder is to set up a fucking button on my bot so I can just put this in the chat because, definitely people can click me saying that link. But yeah. On behalf
of... back to yourself, wash your hands.
Yeah.
Wash your hands and your legs.
Drink water. Yeah, do all that. Black Lives Matter. Mm-hmm. Still not too late to arrest the cops that killed Brown and Taylor, but
Yeah, that too.
It's not too late. You can definitely go do that.
Yeah.
Let's see. But yeah, you guys could have been anywhere in the world watching any streaming world. You could have been reading the tech news yourself, but no, you didn't want to do that. You let us monopolize all the news and read it to you in this exclusive location that you can only get for $5 a month, but not really. But hey, if you subscribe to the channel, then sure. And we appreciate that. Hopefully there will be no antitrust litigation against us for monopolizing all this news.
Well, if it's not happening to Amazon, we're probably gonna be fine.
Yeah, if Daddy Bezos can skip it, then
Well, that's good news. Of course, all I've got left to say to you wonderful people is I love you. Peace out.
Wakanda forever. Yeah, Bombay.
You got some. Kev. You forgot some.
Oh, Uncle's the GOAT.
Thank you. Good night.
And you Bombay. You Bombay.